There we go. Had to let it go live. But anyway, we are here. We are doing a Diablo 2 stream while we still have access to the open beta. Kind of what we're rolling through here. I'm just checking on some things real quick. Looks like we are fine. Today we're going to be doing public games with a druid. I went ahead last night and took a druid through, well, the first two acts, got him past Duriel. It is a fire druid, as you can probably tell by the big stick in his hands. Just kind of like what he rolls with. It's how he is. He likes the big stick. Walks softly but carries a big stick. But anyway, let's go ahead and go into lobby. We can go ahead and do... let's do something a little simpler than Tomb of Doom, because last time we actually ended up with a issue where I kept doing Tomb of Tomb. So let's see. Actually, I do want to check. It doesn't look too empty right now. For some reason, it doesn't show very many of the games, and I know that there's more. It's just it doesn't seem to want to show them. So we'll just do with what we can. So let's go ahead and do Tomb Racer 1. Actually, probably not good to do with that one. Tomb of Al 1. There we go. Makes it a little bit more obvious. Create game. Tomb of Al. Hey, Sidrus, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just getting everything kind of set up, doing the little initial like warm up, figuring out what the heck I'm doing kind of thing. We have got a basic mercenary here. Don't have mallets or anything on him, just living his life. So let's jump on in. And everyone who's on PC is welcome to join. We are just going through, and generally speaking, by the time we get to about the third one, we'll probably have a good number of people, hopefully in here. As long as the YouTube recommendations actually work properly. But are you doing all right? Hey, fact checker. I'm just grabbing all the money while I wait for people to possibly come in. It is open beta, so you guys are welcome to jump on in. Game name will always be up in the top right for these. If it's a public game, I'll leave the game name up. If it's not, I don't. I love that option. Level 28 fire source. I'm probably done with the beta. Understandable. I think we got up to 29 on the Paladin. I think I might go in and get one more level on him just to get some late level stuff, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal either way. And we are in the far left. Yeah, we're in the far left tomb. I wish there was a joining noise for whenever somebody joined the game. That was one thing that I was noticing in yesterday's, because we didn't actually have proper joining noises for that. And today is the last day of the, well, last full day. We actually have until 10 a.m. tomorrow to actually play as well. Make up 300 damage fireball with using leaf and stealth. Yeah. Fireball gets pretty crazy. I'm going to go ahead and actually set to record this so I can have some background footage. I already have this like outline for the druid one written up, like all the notes I need for it. So next starter guide will probably be the druid, and we'll use Diablo 2 Resurrected footage. Unfortunately, the Necro and Assassin, I'm not going to have D2R footage for, and we are actually rubber banding pretty bad right now. FPS. It's not the worst I've seen. That was a bit of an odd rubber banding going on there. But yeah, leaf and stealth, really good combo. Is there a... Oh, there is still... He's behind the door. Okay. There you go, buddy. You've been Diablo 2 quite a while, but often end up buying Rush and going for the end game. This time you're going to start a trap sin and go farm your way to Ghost Hybrid Whirlwind Sin so you can feel progress. Awesome. That's not a bad idea. One bit of advice, and I am going to make a video about this, and it's something that I had heard rumors of before but never really put much merit into. But upon testing, it is correct, and that is that certain assassin traps actually cause boss mobs not to summon. 3:05 a.m. I'm sorry. I was tempted to actually go live whenever I was getting this guy up through the end of Duriel, so yeah, actually playing with friends makes this like 10 times better. And this door is a phantom door. Act 2 is notoriously bad for phantom doors, and yes, I do have auto party on if anybody wants to join. But it generally, we wait until we see about like 100 people before we start seeing actual regulars. But yeah, playing the game with friends and actually doing like party stuff can make this game a lot more interesting as well. I absolutely adore making up like interesting groups and stuff like that. Whenever the full game releases, I might, depending on if there's enough interest and stuff floating around, might do like a channel play kind of thing where I do a more party-oriented character and we just go through as the channel party. Just whatever people we have that day can join in, but we go through the game with that, with the support character with channel viewers, which I think would be fun, kind of fun. It'd mean I'd have to build one that could work with a variety of different groups, but I can do that. It'd be either a Paladin or a Necro, of course, because, you know, they're the team players. Did we really get Duriel's Tomb on the first? I think we did. And no, we're not going for silly things like, whatchamacallit, Insight or anything like that. And yeah, we did get the tomb on the first go. Might as well kill him. And no, I'm not going to farm the boss versions of Preserved Dead. I need to look up the levels of the various things. You need level 26 to get 4 sockets. I mean, not 26, 24, I believe. Was it 24 or 26? I don't remember. Let's go ahead and get that. Oh, he murdered the crap out of him. He's not going to murder the crap out of me, I don't think. Now, he is going to stab me in the face, don't get me wrong, but just because we didn't bring enough healing potions, right? No. Oh, we got Eisenhearts. Sweet. Oh, yeah, that's what I got from him last night. So we'll identify that. And that's actually probably better than what the mercenary's using by a small margin, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. But yeah, this is a fire druid. He can just tank anything. I would think I would put, I'm thinking necromancer or, oh, you can't actually walk on there in this. I do want to see 2 things though. How have you made your FPS stable? It's all over the place for you, even with VSync. Sometimes it will drop for me, but I have it locked to 60 FPS cap. Even on my, I naturally just, I have that as a setting that I just use. I'm just looking around the tomb to see if there's anything interesting in the little wings that they might have thrown in here that people never look at the edge of this place. So if they did, this would be the perfect place for it. But yeah, there is nothing there. But basically, I have my FPS on my system capped at 60. And I find it helps with a lot of stability, and it keeps my video card from ramping up, and all this fun stuff. Sadly, we didn't get the Eisenheart sword from yesterday. I'll probably give away the Clegs, because I already have one. I'll just drop it in one of the games whenever we have 8 people. And I might change the name of the game, because this one might not be as receptive to people. And I forgot to check whether I needed that resist on one of these charms or not. I don't think I do. I am going to save it for other characters, though. But yeah, generally speaking, it's recommended, especially if you have like a newer video card. I don't have a newer video card. Mine is several years old. Mine is ancient. It's from the olden days. But it still works. But 30 series and I think some 20 series have been having issues with overheating because they just keep pushing harder and harder and harder, and for some reason their protections, they're still kicking in at 100 degrees, but they're pushing themselves to 100 degrees trying to shove out as many frames as possible. A lot of games will put in limits on that kind of stuff as well, but for a lot of them it's not necessary. But if your game is designed to run on a potato, or in this case, a baked potato, then it's going to be a little bit different. What's on the menu today? More running through tombs, except this time with a druid. How are things going for you, Nono? No Novice? How are things going for you, Mr. Nono? Sorry, that sounded wrong, and I apologize. I have a bad sense of humor. What can I say? That might be better. Too bad we can't get skill charms this early. We can get fire resist charm. Is that actually better than... No, I'd rather have the 10% poison resist. It works better for me. Killing some gore bellies. But yeah, we can murder things with either of our skills. It's pretty simple. Why when you log in with your PlayStation 4 you get kicked out in under 4 minutes? I'm actually not sure. Yesterday people were having issues with PlayStation as well. I really don't know what's going on with PlayStation. Whether it's something to do with their multiplayer service on PlayStation's end, or whether it's something actually with the game. Because I have been noticing that seems to be like a very, very common issue. And I've just been too lazy to set up my own PlayStation. I hardly ever use it. Although I do need to start recording certain things for the Let's Play channel on it, so maybe I should get up and do that. Thank you, Nonov. Nonovs. Your name is incredibly hard for me to say, and I don't know why. I know it's Nonovis. And if I stop and think about it, I know it's Nonovis. But I keep wanting to call it Irid Novus. But anyone who's played Hellpoint knows what I'm talking about, but everybody else would be like, what the hell are you, drunk, uncle? Oh, lordy. But yeah, everyone is welcome to join. Game is up there in the top right. I should probably change the title to mention that, hey, you are welcome to join. Thing is, you have to be on PC, unfortunately. There is not really that... This is not enemy dense either, which is making this kind of be kind of slow going. Don't touch me in my no... Don't touch me there. That's my no-no square. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to switch left click to this. Come here. So I can just left click for the normal ones and just keep that on the right click. How's it going, Glazeman, by the way? That is delayed as hell. Hey, did anyone else notice that? Deadly Strike works on bosses, yes. Double damage and everything works just fine on bosses. Bosses do have a... Not in normal, but in Nightmare in Hell, limited how much Crushing Blow can be applied to them. And static... Actually, not Crushing Blow. Crushing Blow is not limited in that way. It's limited in... crap. How to describe it? It's reduced. Because pretty much all of them will have physical resistance. Whereas static is limited to... down to... What is it? 50%. Oh, Smite just doesn't have Deadly Strike on it. What's my gear? No, I'm not stacked. I've just got a dual tier helmet, a stealth armor, a leaf staff, and just junk. I'm not going for like optimal gear. I'm not going for like insights and stuff like that, which turns out are possible, but very, very resource intensive to make. Hardcore mode is not in the open beta. It should be in the final game. But I don't know if they're using the old method or if they're using the method that was introduced in 1.13, which 1.13 hardcore was just going to be available to everybody. You didn't have to win. You didn't have to do any of that stuff, or whether they've re-implemented that. You have to beat normal at least once to get it. Which I think is, I honestly agree with the idea of having, you have to beat normal to get to hardcore. But I understand why people don't want it. But, yeah. I like having access to hardcore. Still great resist. You have leaf and stealth, and you have pretty much no resist after that. That's, I thank my charms and my rares for that. You ran 100 Countess runs yesterday to get the runes for your edge bow. Oh, nice. You enjoying that edge bow? That'd be really good if we had Necromancer in the game. I mean, you can still do Summoner Druid, and we do actually have a Summoner Druid, but it would be kind of fun for it. Now, if only I could send you a character so you could use it with him. The only downside is the Summoner Druid doesn't have access to amp damage. At least not in an easy form. You can get it, like if you were to do a Summoner Werewolf or something like that, you could do a... Hey, Canuck, how's it going? Yeah, if you were to do a Summoner Druid and have a Mercenary with Reaper's Toll, it wouldn't be as good because Reaper's Toll also reduces the damage output of enemies, which is basically flying contrary to what you want. But that would be an easy one to do it. Or you could do a Gavel of Pain version of a Werewolf Druid to have a % chance of that. You could also use I can't remember whether it's, I think it's called I think it's Atmos. I know it's named after one of the regular NPCs for amp damage as well. I hardly ever use it. I only use it kind of like as a, oh, this is just an alternative I could throw in there so it doesn't have to be just like everybody else's version of this character. And it is an effective amulet. It's just not as good as, say, High Lords or Maras or anything like that, as far as named items. But hopefully you're doing well, Canuck. And yeah, lightning resist is the most important resist whenever you're doing these kind of runs. Because lightning enchanted beetles. Thank you for the thumbs up, Mr. Marley. Hi. I should just not try to pronounce names. Hi, Jean. I think that's how you pronounce it. But wouldn't that be an X for that, I think? I'm bad at names. How's it going? You doing well? I think I've seen you in here a few times before. Retro Arcade Fan. Are you the same one on Twitter? Out of curiosity? I know this is going to be like that, just like random mention, but I think I have ran into a Retro Arcade Fan on Twitter as well. Call you Gino? Okay. Hopefully you're doing well, Gino. You wish you could have an option for uniques to make them more noticeable. There's a lot of people pushing for a loot filter as well, which would kind of fulfill that purpose of making them more visible on there. No, we cannot go past Act 2 or play the Necro or Assassin. I mean, if a Blizzard representative wanted to come in here and be like, hey, here, I'll give you access to these, that would be awesome, but no. I am Tinies. I'm not even big enough to get mentioned on the little Blizzard launcher thing. But no, you can't go past Act 2 legitimately, and you can't play the Necro or Assassin legitimately. If you see people with a Necro or Assassin, they don't care about their Battle.net account. Because that is still... I mean, yes, it is just beta, but it's still risky. You're presenting that, hey, I would be willing to hack the client to do X, Y, and Z, and that is a good way to get your crap banned. And it's not worth doing that to me. It's like, I will get to play it whenever the full version comes out. I am fine waiting. I think as far as on the Battle.net launcher, I think right now they're showing off DJ Waters streaming. So, and he's about twice my size. So, if you're curious the size requirement to get mentioned by them on there, that's probably about the bottom end. And Mercenary is actually surviving. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, all the death.
I can't carry anymore.
Loot filters would be very, very nice. Even if it was just basic loot filters. I don't need complicated, oh, you can program this by hand, millions of modifiers thing. Just let me choose whether I want to see all uniques, all set items, all runes, socketed, not socketed, that kind of stuff. Just a simple, straightforward, this is what we have available kind of thing. I don't need ones that'll let me search for just lightsaber or anything like that. It's not feasible. And I highly doubt they'd actually include a just lightsaber one, because frankly that would involve knowing what it was before you identified it. Murder, death, destruction. This is actually a larger tomb. And I highly doubt there's as many people on today as there were like a couple days ago, because, you know, it's only 2 acts. It takes maybe, like, if you're just casually just relaxed going through it, it takes maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 to actually go through. Just playing. Wow, that is not dead yet. There you go. And last one. Let's go ahead and grab this. Stop reviving things, dude, my dude. There we go. But yeah, we had a nice art stream earlier, too. Just putting that one out there. We had one this morning, because I was too tired to do it last night. So let's see. This one should be... Oh, this is... what's his face's tomb? There he is, Ancient Caw. But do I think they'll change in full release? They're probably going to be fixing some of the server bugs that have been going on. They will probably give us at least some kind of information about the Ubers and stuff like that as far as how to trigger them. I wouldn't be surprised if they give us a little bit of info there, instead of making people just data mine for it. I understand the wish to actually have access to all the acts, and I personally would not complain about it. I'm just, from a marketing standpoint, it's smart of them not to. Because if they included all that, it would probably hurt sales a little bit. Because if you can get through all of normal, especially if you can get to normal cows, you can get probably about 80% of the items in the game through various techniques. I don't know if selling Stones of Jordan is going to be the same method, or if they're going to switch to something else. I do think that if they do implement it for single player, it's going to take forever for people to get enough SOJs to actually access clone. They might actually just have it on a timer or something. People keep saying from a bug testing standpoint it's bad for them not to include every act in every class. We're not bug testers. I know this is a beta. I know all that stuff. This is marketing. This is marketing period. They did it for marketing back in the day too. The only thing we're actively testing the only thing that's main branch that we're touching is the networking. That is the only thing we're touching. The main branch is a different build from what we're using. We are using a build from back in probably, if I had to guess, outside of a couple like small fixes that they've made over the course of this beta, I would not be surprised if we are using a build from late April, early May. They have internal QA for the actual testing. So, will they get all the things that people who are super detailed on the mechanics of the game get? No. Not even by any stretch of the imagination. But they'll get the glaring bugs that your average player that has not played Diablo 2 will see. Yeah, we're basically testing their servers, just straight up. Source Fireball seems weak effect-wise, like how Blizzard was before they updated it from the alpha. Fireball does... I don't mind the splash look of Fireball. Fireball's splash is actually really tiny mechanics-wise, so... Yeah, they need to give some love to the console version. Big thing for console version that they need is freaking lobbies. I will say that every single time console comes up. You guys need lobbies. Found a razor time for your Act 1 mercenary. In original game. But you can't... Yeah. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of Razor Tail. Go on. Sorry. Why I was thinking of Razor Tail is because I use Razor Tail like crazy. Razor Time, that's actually awesome. Dude solos both acts. Yeah. That would probably do it. And honestly, as people are getting higher levels on here, and you saw this probably, I wager Llama's done this as well. What you'll do is whenever you get to higher levels, you'll start gambling for specific items. Like if this character, I would probably gamble, actually I have gambled a lot of light gauntlets trying to get Mage Fist. But I gambled it on the Paladin, so he'd actually have the levels for it. To gamble for a Harlequin Crest, you would need fairly high level, which means everything would be super expensive too. I'm going to go ahead and murder this before I check that real quick. Because there seems to be a decent number of pains in the ass. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I smelled pains in the butt, and it was these guys. So let's see. Is there a place to send feedback? You can report a bug here, and I think... I mean, you can always post on the forums, the Blizzard forums. Let's see. Feedback guide. There we go. I'll go ahead and post a link to it on there. But I don't know if you can access it as an open beta player. Let's go ahead and drop in on where's the screen for that? That's not it. There it is. There's the feedback post for them. I don't know if it includes an alternate method. It does talk about posting in the forums and stuff like that. But that's for the community forums. I think that's the main method that they would want to actually have you interact with it. Save enough rooms to upgrade something to an exceptional. Yeah, you probably could. That would not be too difficult to do in this. Single player will be available on launch. Lobbies for consoles I don't know about. I keep mentioning it as much as I can. I don't have the reach into Blizzard as other creators do, which is kind of funny because I have reach into other developers, but not into Blizzard, despite being primarily Diablo 2 YouTuber on here. Harlequin Crest. I use them kind of interchangeably. I know what people are talking about whenever they say Shaco, but yeah. It just whatever's in my head at the time. The emerald green wonder that has been many a trade scam. Beta progress will not transfer the main game, no. Ladder should be releasing not too long after release. They are saying by the end of September, which means they'll have basically you'll have a week in there that it'll be like no ladder, and then they'll probably do it on the 31st or the 1st of the next month. Just judging by what they've been saying. Hope they would put players' difficulty in console, much like PC version can put players 1 to 8. Yes, that would be very nice. I think back whenever I used to play online a lot, we were still mostly... The most common was to still call it a Harley. But... Harlequin. I like... I like comic books a little bit too much not to say Harlequin. Or Harley Quinn. Do ladder players transfer to single player after the ladder resets? No. The way ladders work in Diablo 2 is ladder is only online. There is no single player associated with it. But you'll play through with the ladder character, then your character will just become a normal multiplayer character after the ladder is over. So you'll keep all your items and all that stuff. It's just, yeah, and I'm slightly curious how they're going to do the shared stash with the ladder. That is something that I'm curious about. I would not be surprised if there are hacks or bugs fairly early on for it that people will get banned for. But... And also there's probably an issue of whenever you go from ladder to non-ladder, what happens to the shared stash that you have for ladder? See, hey Matt, how's it going? You know they said ladder rune words in normal play, but what about ladder cube recipes? I think they're going to be in normal play. It sounds like they're going to have everything be in non-ladder in some form or another. That sounds like what they're going for. And just having ladder be strictly the people who are wanting to compete for that rank. There is a downside to that, and I have mentioned it in, I think I mentioned it in last stream, where basically if you don't have those like rough bodies farming for items, you'll have less games available. So it'll be a lot more difficult for those ladder rankers to rank unless they have a team. So you'll just see less competition on it, I think, without... And it's not even the fact that, hey, these people who are on there farming for items are actually interested in rank. They're not. They're bodies. The shared stashes are all non-ladder. Well, I'm curious whether you'll actually have access to a shared stash that is ladder for between your ladder characters, because a lot of people will run more than one on ladder. Let's go ahead and murder that little dude so he stops reviving the bloody ghosts. We don't need no stinking ghosts. That's garbage. We'll throw that in there. We'll drink this. What do I think will happen to those who remain on D2 LOD? That's actually a tough thought. I would say they almost guaranteed will not touch it for the first year. I think, yeah, D2 LOD will still continue to be a thing for that time. I don't know if it will stay up forever. That is very much a your faith in Blizzard may differ as far as that goes kind of thing. And they are notorious, even the people that are still at Blizzard after some of these people have been retired. It's one of those things that's kind of like, questionable. Let's see. So I would say, I can almost say would almost guaranteed last for at least a year. I don't know if it'll last longer or not. Let's see. Just you. Oh, nah. I don't like all the acronyms. Is Player's 8 worth it for the single player, or does it take too long to kill stuff for it to be worth the extra XP? Depends on your build. Best way to recover equipment when your corpse is camped by elites. Leave and re-enter game. If it's on multiplayer, write down the game name and password. If it's on single player, you're going to have to re-kill everything, but save and exit. Because it's kind of a decision, is this worth the gold? There's another option if you have any kind of minions or summons or teleport, is you can bait them away and then town portal out from wherever you baited them to and then go grab your corpse. Yeah, you do lose anything you dropped on the ground as well. Also worth noting, you only keep your most expensive corpse. So if you die, do not equip other stuff. For the love of all that is unholy, do not equip other stuff after you've died. Go in naked. You only get to keep one corpse. You can have up to, I believe, isn't it 16 in a game or is it 32? I think it's 16 in a game. I don't usually reach anywhere near that number of corpses. In D1, you dropped everything. D1 was pinata mode. Puspitter go burr. Yeah. I'll click the show that in a little bit. Currently, we're not in a position to, move to the other monitor. Just a second. Okay, there we go. There you go. But yeah, Puspitter, I should make a build around that. A lot of people like talking crap on it. It does have uses. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination. But Crossbow Necro is actually fairly decent for a alternative to a tank Necro. But my preferred weapon for a bow Necro is actually Demon Machine. Let's see. New question, but as a kid, you never figured out what the gem activated did in chat. People... No, it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. It was a waste of time. There were rumors that it had something tied to, like, a certain number of activations caused certain things to happen, or certain things were good luck to have. It'll sometimes say moo, it'll sometimes say... I'm trying to remember what the other phrase it said was. Perfect gem activated was one. I got that a few times. Found a bug during your Druid playthrough. If you resort your inventory holding R3, any vines wolves automatically die. Spirits still live, though. That is very strange behavior. Unless you're getting those other summons from items, that shouldn't happen. But, I mean, anything's possible. After Duriel first kill, how do you know which tomb to go to if you want to farm it? You don't. In single player, you can just save your map and go to Duriel over and over again. If you are starting a clean map and need to figure out where he's at, in single player, I usually recommend going to the Arcane Sanctuary. And we'll just go back to Tomb of Doom. But in a second, they would stun lock your corpse. Okay, I missed something. Is map toggleable? You don't think you like it on the side? Yeah, it's toggleable. Okay, so I have the map up there right now. I can adjust the transparency of it. I can also come in here. Where are you hiding at? There it is. Minimap left, minimap right, full screen. Like the right one is over here. The big one is there. I don't like this one because it covers the character. And you actually can put it back to a left. Or just no map. Okay, let's see where they have up here. Something would stun like your corpse and you had to restart. Oh, yeah. Just found a bug during your druid playthrough. Restart. That's the R thing we just saw. After Duriel first kill, how do you know which tomb? You go to Arcane Sanctuary, and it's whatever symbol's missing from around where the book is. That is if you're looking to make a new map to just farm him on for single player. I'm going to keep what I have. I'll just keep that, though. But, yeah. Going with crossbow druid with summons and shapeshifting. That's fairly decent. You can also go with normal bows. It just depends on whichever one you can get the faster attack rate with. We could make another flawless diamond if we wanted to. There's my ith. Do we actually... Yeah, we still have the other Pelted Lunata on us. And yes, I organized those off screen. Let's see. Press Q. Yay. But you can't see which tomb it is if you've already beaten him. It doesn't actually show it. Opinion on Tesladin with you using Conviction and having an Act 1 Mercenary with Faith versus Holy Shock and using Holy Shock with Infinity Pull. Are we talking like a... Because the Dream Tesladin doesn't have to use Holy Shock. He doesn't invest points in that. But if you're going Holy Shock, like, since you don't have access to the Dreams, I would go with an Act 1 Mercenary with Faith if you can afford it. But that's a pretty expensive bow to actually kind of go with on there. Just putting that one out there. So either way, the Dream Paladin, like the Holy Shock Paladin's gonna be expensive. Doesn't matter whether you're going the cheapo route or the less cheap, I mean, the less expensive route. There isn't really a cheapo route in it. Let's see. You have them from items with plus skills, makes sense, but is that normal? If you have plus skill items and you're refreshing your inventory, or your inventory gets refreshed, for example, going into the trade window, it gets refreshed, you will lose all your summons that are from plus skills only. Whereas if you have a point in the skill, they'll stick around. The stream is completely open to play. You are welcome to join in this game, Tomb of Doom 2. I'm just kind of putzing around. I'll leave the game name up in the top right if it's open for people. Let's see. When will they fix the Gramazon? They've already actually fixed her face once. I think she's fine as is now. She doesn't look quite as old. I think the Druid's face is kind of creepy looking, but beyond that, I'm fine. Oh, he looks like he smokes meth, not 3 packs a day. Reason for the crossbow. The crossbow you had amplified damage on it. That's a good reason to use it. Amplified damage helps a ton. Yep, the stash now is lovely. How to show FPS and ping. Slash FPS in the console, and it'll come up and go away. You also have a frame rate one, which shows a lot more stuff. Shows in your game, and you killed Duriel. Game name is Tomb of Doom 2. It's up there. I keep getting Canyon Magi thing over it, but that... Druid looks terrible, but nobody complains about it. Yeah, that's because... I'm trying to think of a nice way to put it. The reality is, we're not going to see their faces very often, so if you don't like it, just don't stay in your, like, character select screen very long. Even zooming in... Oh, I did not actually set his other stuff. So... There we go. Even zooming in, you don't really get a good look at his face, so it doesn't matter. The region is US, but you should... It should have cross-region play. I'm not sure on it, though. They might actually have regional thing like Diablo 3 and just not have it, like, on top. What is the best class for newbies? I would say either Paladin or Assassin would be the best new player kind of character. Assassins have some quirks that I'll need to cover in her video, but... It's what it is. It says you can't enter. It has to be on PC. Is probably the most important thing. Because there is not cross-play. Only cross-progression. Unfortunately. So I can't play with, like, Xbox people on my PC. Which kind of sucks, but I understand why they do it. And we are in the far left. Oh, I can throw up a TP for everybody if they want it. There you guys go. I barely noticed the chat because I have it tiny from whenever the... Here, I'll make that bigger. Let me get out of the way of the door. But let's go ahead and make the chat bigger. Chat gem mode, manual or automatic. Cool. Nice little Easter egg there, folks. Let's see. Is that a little bit easier? That's a little easier to read. Yay. I don't recommend a martial arts sin. I recommend a trap sin. Trap sins are a good introduction to kind of castery kind of stuff. So you can kind of do some interesting things there. And yes, I still just take all the runes and all the gems because I like upgrading them. But, I mean, if I don't get to them, I don't get them. It's not skin off my back. They got rid of a lot of the choppiness with the old graphics. The old graphics weren't necessarily choppy. They were limited to 25 frames per second, though. Let's see. You were on EU and couldn't join? That sucks. But yeah, we are on the US servers. If you want to join, it's on the US servers. You just switch region in your launcher and it just does it. Am I getting Diablo 2 Resurrected on the Switch? I want to, but I can't really afford it right now. I need to be saving my money, unfortunately, but it is one of those things I would like to do because the Switch is one of those, even if I didn't stream it, I would like to still play it on the Switch. Runeword pen? Oh, I see what you're trying to say. Oh, single player save game? Yeah. Oh, salamander. I'll pick it up. I think that's salamander. That might actually be... No, serpent lord. It's mana leech. It's very useless. It's cool for a barbarian. Okay, let's see. Martial arts, blah, blah, blah. You don't talk to Tyrael. You keep the tomb symbol. Ah. Do you? Oh, yeah, if you're doing Diablo 2 Resurrected, you actually have to talk to Tyrael to progress, though. I think it's as long as you don't clear out Warrive. As long as you don't clear that flag. And I wish I had teleport on this guy. We already have shared stash tabs. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, Diablo 2 Switch. I'm trying to read the chat real quick. More specific about the single player saved game with the map for Duriel. Yeah, whenever in single player, if you don't switch difficulties, you get to keep the same map from game to game. So what a lot of people will do is they will actually save a map in single player. They'll play a difficulty, they'll check to see if it's a good map for them, and if it is, they'll just go ahead and just keep going for that map. So what you do is, in single player, if you're wanting to farm Duriel, you'll go down to the Arcane Sanctuary, you'll find the Summoner, and around the little book for the Summoner, there are symbols. Why do I have arrows? But yeah, there's symbols around the Summoner. The right tomb is the symbol that is not present in that little thing around the Summoner. And do I think the community will go nuclear Armageddon if they add extra stash tabs, different outfits, and bigger personal inventory paid content? If it's paid, maybe. I don't think they'll go completely nuclear, but it's fine. I wouldn't be bothered by it personally, but some people are. Some people are bothered that we have shared stashes to begin with, so those are the hardcore purist people. How much MF do I have? Not hardly any. I think I have like 20 something. I can check real quick. It actually shows in the extended tab. I'm just grabbing healing potions real quick. Where is he? There he is. Are they going to fix the chat bug? Very likely. They are very likely going to fix the chat bug. Oh, people are going after the chests. I'm fine with just going after the kills. I'm wanting XP so I can try out different skills. So that's why I'm going for the kills rather than the items. I already have the items I need. Okay, let's see. Let's back off. I did that too close to me, but it's fine. Let's see. Can't switch regions. You can't switch regions without closing the game. You can switch regions on... Somebody just said something. Yay! Hi, Belle. I have 38% magic find. It's nothing. We had someone with a whatchamacallit, brain farting real quick. We had someone with a gold dagger the other night. Will people playing old D2 versions be forced to move to D2R? No. At least not at first. I don't think they're going to ever, but you never know. Could happen a year down the road. Have I been getting FPS drops? Every now and then, but it's not super consistent. It's just like every once in a while. Ow. You knocked me back, you fool. I probably shouldn't stand in firewalls. I yell at my mercenary for doing that. Probably. If I get to 30, I will respect a Tri-Hurricane, but I don't think I'm going to get too far past 30. How many hours left until the beta closes? You're asking me to math in my head? Jeez. 19 hours. What GPU do you have? And I'll try to sell that. What rune word gear am I using? It is Leaf and Stealth and a double tier helmet. That is what I'm using. It's just because we're fire and stuff right now. If I wasn't fire, there are other things that was actually a fairly decent dex charm, by the way. That's 5 out of 6. If you're doing PvP, it might be useful for max block. %1 leech, especially in normal, that's not noticeable. Normal difficulty, leech is just like meh. So let's see. Healing potions, yes. 860M from a laptop. That might be able to run it. I know that minimum spec is a 660, I believe, or something like that. See, I wouldn't mind them getting us, like, Act 3. Then you'd actually see a lot more people with insights and stuff, though, by the way. Because you'd have access to more high enough levels that the cube recipe could take it to 4. This right here is generally used for grinding up to about 25 to give people perspective. Level 25 through this. Beyond that, it's considered a little bit slow, and you're better off doing like Act 5 stuff. And we're starting to get people in. Hi, people. 2014 from an Asus laptop, and you can play it. Just your FPS isn't consistent. I do wonder if you could limit it to 30 FPS. That's still faster than the like engine, but I do wonder what it would do at that. I haven't tried taking it down that low. Can you remove them from items? Only by destroying the gems and runes. But yes, you can actually remove gems and runes from items. There is a cleaning skill, and somebody else can have that scimitar. I already have one. Just figured I'd point it out in case anybody needed it, though. 1 bar from 32. Yeah, but that's going to be a long-ass bar. You're going to have to pass that bar exam. But I would think an 8... sorry. An 8-something mobile would be able to run it, but I would definitely say try the open beta before spending money on it. You got too used to 60 FPS? I like 60 FPS. I don't really get much from anything higher than 60 FPS. Yeah, it's a little smoother, but 30 to 60 is significant enough for me, but 60 to say 120 doesn't really do much for me. I don't do Counter-Strike anymore, so it doesn't really matter that much. Would I recommend hardcore at release giving the current stability? God, no. At release, you do not want to bother with any of that stuff. Don't die on me, mercenary. Oh, he is just getting... He is just on that mercenary. Yeah, I'm going to have to revive Dingus. Mercenary just did not have a good day. There you guys go. Hey, another Eisenhart's. Who'd have known? But no, I don't recommend it starting out online. Generally, I only play hardcore single player, though, because I am very adverse to like my internet crashing and losing all that stuff. And I'm just going to start throwing these in personal stash. Just so I don't have to sort them right now. Let's see, does difficulty stay the same with co-op compared to solo? No. If it changes, it definitely gets harder, sort of. It increases by 1%. The difficulty. So, hello, Lord Brad. How doth thou do? And I'll put up a TP to the tomb that I'm in now. Be careful coming through. There's ghosts on it. Ghosts are dead. Let's just drop it in the door. definitely gonna have to get a new computer for it. Yeah. I mean, you don't necessarily need to get a new computer. A good used one will do, and those will be relatively cheaper. So if you're looking to save some money, that would be the way to do it. Just get a cheapo used PC and just go for it. I mean, if you're going for a ladder run, it should be stable by the time ladder comes out. I would contemplate, because my first character on Battle.net's going to be a Necro. I would contemplate maybe postponing that to do a hardcore Necro on ladder. But everybody's going to be doing Necro on ladder because that's like the safest ladder class there is. By like a huge stretch. Got a 30 Nagel. Do I want it? No, you go ahead and keep it. You'll probably get more joy out of it than I will. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have, but I'm not going to siphon items off the viewership for my own personal gain. I've got plenty of items in single player if I want to mess around in builds and stuff. I'd rather do multiplayer just for fun things. Yeah, especially with the current price of components. Everything's expensive. Oh no, I'm amp damage. Whatever will I do? Probably just keep moving. Probably Poison Bone. Because that's the most stable of the bunch. A PB and J Necro. Or more PB and H. I will probably, even though I'm going Poison and Bone, end up getting lower resist for community play. Simply because it works a lot better with, say, your Javazons and your Sorceresses and stuff like that. Got no more time to test beta. I'm sorry! We have gone through on every class, and I will be releasing them over on the Let's Play Everything channel as well if you want something a little more bite-sized to get a feeling for the other classes in the beta. Only ones we don't have are the ones that aren't accessible through normal means, which is your Necros and your Assassins. PB and C. We'll see if I break my tendency to, like, avoid corpse explosion on stream. I abuse the crap out of it whenever I'm farming. Don't get me wrong. It's just I find it overused, so I just feel the urge not to use it, just to be spiteful. But I know that's kind of a weird thing to be there about. But the Necro can do fine without using corpse explosion. It's just better with. So. Oh, I actually used up my mana pool. We used Murdering Faster. Oh, we have a full game. That is why. There we go. There's some explodey bits. There's more explodey bits. People seem to recognize Tomb of Doom as a tomb running game more than the other one. I do need to grab that mana potion. I think we still have a couple more paths in here. Been playing since yesterday. Source level 25, Druid level 15. Cool. Never did try PB Necro. We'll try one when full game releases. Seems fun spamming Poison Nova one shot and everything. Poison Nova one shot requires specific gear. Unfortunately. Is this? Nope. I was hoping this would be somebody else, but ooh. Oh. I do need the healing potions. Bonk. I'm running a little low. That's why. In solo mode, just basically making games and playing by yourself. That's not bad. Getting level 25 solo is an ordeal. I am playing on the American servers. I almost said US servers. It's America. Because it includes Canada and Mexico and stuff like that. Yeah, Poison Nova, generally, you can do a starting Poison build. Not recommended for new players, but it is possible to go the Poison Dagger route. Usually I would wait until you have the gear to twink it, so you actually have a decent dagger. And then you go into Poison Nova, because you're going to get all those points in them anyway. Flame Mates is like Postmates, but with fire. That's just probably my connection. Got runes and other gems and skulls for trade. Anyone got rubies? I'm not really... I don't have too much to trade on right now. So... I am actually rubber banding in this particular game. Whenever I'm just farming XP, no, I don't check the tomb symbol. Because we don't know what symbol the Duriel's in anyway, so it doesn't really matter very much. But the only way you can check the tomb symbol is from the outside. Because it'll be right by the doorway. The triangle one is a little hard to read, so I might send that as a bit of a suggestion, a bit of feedback on that, but other than that, they're fairly simple to read. Summon Necro for normal Nightmare, then respec to Poison Nova. If you're going to go the Summon Necro for normal, one recommendation, go for a tank Necro build with summons. Build it out like that. That way you actually have a chance versus bosses. A lot of new players make that mistake of not setting up for the... Let's go ahead and torch that little thing. Not setting up for the bosses, and then they get all kinds of frustrated, and it's just irritating as sin. I'll pick up the gold. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. Some people actually do care about the drops. I do not. We are losing all of this in probably, like... It's probably going to be deleted from the servers by the end of this, so... Why did he not die? I could get Volcano, yeah. I probably should, so I can test it. Ooh, a hawk helmet. Maybe I should use my imbue on stuff. I don't know yet. I don't need short spears. I don't like the look of the hawk helmet, so I'm going to wait for a antler or something like that. Thank you, In. I appreciate it. Innate. I like that name. That is cool. Okay, so Tomb of Doom 3. Sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained today. I haven't had my caffeine. Currently having my caffeine. But yeah, for Summoner, you're going to run into the issue in normal where it's just like... Because your summons take 4 times the damage. So you're going to be struggling against bosses in normal. In Nightmare in Hell, you can get a teleport. You can have a teleport staff for most of them. You can kind of just go through and not have to worry about jack squat. It's not that big of a deal. But in normal, there is going to be that struggle bus. Boop. More fire. Oh, Ith Rune I'll take. Glad you're enjoying them, Victor. You are welcome to join us on here if you have the beta open. Let's see, what level are you now? Ooh, 33 and 32. Yeah, we got some decent levels in here. And I'm just dropping my AoEs down and just kind of ignoring everything else. Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to handle Diablo clone in single player too. I don't know how they're going to institute the trigger for him, if that makes sense. It is a bit perplexing. And if anybody's wondering, yes, the earlier question about does it get harder whenever you get more players, it does increase the damage that enemies do for many of their attacks. There are some attacks that don't get increased with the higher player count. Certain magic attacks, for example, do not get boosted by it. Is there a level cap in the beta, or just however high you can get with only Act 2? Only 2. It's as high as you can get with only Act 2. So, generally speaking, we're probably going to get 28, 29, maybe 30 as kind of our like main go-to as far as levels. I wouldn't mind getting this guy up to 30 so I can see Armageddon and Hurricane, see what they look like. But I have seen footage of them, so it's not really that big of a deal. Hey, Vic. How's it going? Welcome to the game. Are we actually at a full... Oh, we are one away. There is room for one more person in here if anybody needs some levels. Once it gets going, these kind of games are usually pretty good. I'll let whoever wanted the rubies grab that ruby there. There you go. I don't need more gems. I just collect them because I want to get P gems. Yeah, portal stomping. Portal stomping is a similar thing, but not exactly. It's just one of those things that it happens. I actually don't know the button combo for healing your mercenary. And I am... There we go. I was stuck for a second there. Whenever the full version releases, they'll... Yeah. It'll probably get more well-known. But... Anyway, you didn't finish Act 1. Can you jump to Act 2? You can't just go straight to it in the beta. For the mouse and keyboard, yeah, it's shift number. But for controller, I don't know. I think it might be one of the shoulder pads plus that. So it might be like shoulder pad plus up or something like that. To use your up one. My mercenary's dead. I'm not even really bothering to revive him. We already have a prayer mercenary in the party, so it's like, it's redundant. My first character selection for the ladder season, if I'm going ladder, I'm probably going Necro. Just because I Necro main. If I'm going non-ladder, I'll probably be starting with Necro regardless of whether ladder's available soon after or not. But Sorceress is probably your best bet if you are rushing for like really good ladder gear. But ladder gear is, for the most part, non-exclusive anymore. You always healed him with drag and drop. Oh no! I'm sorry. That's painful. So yeah, I'm just following the sorceress. If you guys are wondering what direction I'm going. Oh, Flame Mates is going the other way. Oh no. It's fine. We'll clear this place out regardless. I think they're going for drops mostly, which is fine. I can probably test with a controller in just a minute as to what the key combo is. I would have to resurrect my mercenary, but... Yeah, rubber banding is a little worse today. I have been noticing it a bit more. And it's going to be really rough on release. I can tell you that already. It's just because number of people. Because a lot of people took September 23rd off from work so they could do it on release rather than right now. Go ahead and... Yeah, there you go. We've got Mr. Happy in there. Ooh, yeah. Mana burn extra strong. Lovely. I'm going to grab the mana potion, unless somebody else needs it. Thank you. Sorry, I was reading chat and let me around the corner, damn it. Thank you. Okay. What's the highest level you've seen since we are stuck in only 2 acts in beta? I've seen some, like, mid-30s, like 35. Everything in battle. Okay, everything in connected to BattleNet. No, this will have single player. The original Diablo 2 has single player as well. And single player, the original Diablo 2's single player did not require internet connection. Yay! Ooh, congratulations. You could make some decent rune words in that. If you can get the right number of sockets in it. I think they cap at 3 question mark. For this difficulty, that is. Pop the chest. You guys can have whatever you want out of it. I'll take the small charm and check it. Small charm is attack rating and cold damage if anybody needs it. It's on the ground. Let's see. Have a good one, Mr. Digitop. I will see you guys on the next stream. Left triggers for the second hotkey split. You're 29 and it's so slow. Oh, I'm sorry. What message am I saying? +1 bow skills, 1 to 7 lightning damage. Not bad. It's magical. No. Content's been extremely helpful. Getting back into D2 after not playing for 8 years. I'm glad it's helpful, Richard. Hopefully after release it continues to be helpful. I know that we're going to be swarmed with a bunch of people playing after, like, a bunch of people making content after the game releases. So I'll probably get buried again. The beta closes tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I believe. I think it's Pacific Standard Time. Blizzard time. But, yeah. It's in about 16 hours, I think. Trap Assassin is kind of a mixed bag. Late game. I like her for, like, just kind of going through and murdering things. But if the bug is still there, it does actually impact unique spawns, so you can't really farm level 85 areas easily unless you use very specific traps. Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is whenever it closes on Monday. Cow level is still in the game, but you can't get to it in the beta because, well, the beta is only Act 1 and 2. You can't kill Diablo in them. I need to move those over there so I actually have inventory space. Fellow Necros stick together? Haha. We're not evil, we're just late healers. You've got my bow, you've got my axe, you've got your brother. And I appreciate it. Ooh. Did I get that one? Hey, I did get that one. I think it's someone dropping runes. That Raoul rune was like, oh, maybe. No. Thank you for the Raoul and the Eth. Yeah, if the trap bug is fixed, that would make her even more likely to be my top pick for people who want to play casters. If you want to play casters, she is, and you have never played Diablo 2 before, she is a very good kind of like start for it. In that you can hide around corners and use elemental damage. She does have some special quirks because she's kind of like a summoner caster hybrid, but set them on fire, move on through. Oh, apparently I am not killing as fast as I thought it was. There we go. I'll check that. Twister and Summon Direwolf. It's got two. Oh, we might. Oh, we are never getting to a soul. I am not bothering crafting up runes all the way to a freaking soul. But yeah, I do need to do a video over the trap bug. Explain it in a bit more detail. I have been doing testing on it, though. So... because it's not just traps that do it. It's actually her shadows will do it too. If she summons any of the shadows. Ding. Yeah, we are level 25. I'll go ahead and get 1 point in Volcano so we can actually see it. Not really needing to do Volcano right now. So we'll see it in just a minute. Oh, there's a guy. Yeah, it looks good to me. I mean, I don't mind the look of any of the druid spells so far. I know that they were having an issue with the meteors from the volcano before. But yeah, the trap assassins... grab that mana. Because, yeah, definitely getting a bit more rubber banding now, and I'm not sure. I think it might be positioning issues. It might not actually be ping. Yeah, the Diablo 2 looting system is just whoever picks it up off the ground first. And yes, I am using the weakest thing possible here. Someone said Firewall does more damage now. Is that true? I don't actually know. I know that it's popular because, I mean, it's not... It hasn't been a bad spell ever. But if you know how to use it, it's always been highly damaging. But they might have actually fixed the hit registration on it. To let it so that, hey... you know where, like... trying to think of how to explain it, but basically it used to be that there was a hit registration issue with it, kind of like with Inferno, where it only hits like for a third of its estimated amount, and we got a better poison thing with life instead of dexterity. I can't. So there you go. There's a poison resist grand charm of dexterity if you need it. But Firewall is a very popular build right now. A lot of PKs are using it. Yeah, I don't know if they raised it. It's always been semi-useful. So. And I always pop this chest. Okay, that's this tomb done-ish. I should probably move on to the next one. Is Zon or Barb better with what's available in the beta? Amazon. Amazon, hands down, better in the beta. You can do a lot of things with the Barb. If we have time, I might level up the Barbarian as well, but I don't think we're gonna. What do you think about the PlayStation 4 version? How there's no zoom. There is zoom in the PlayStation 4 version, if I remember correctly. I think it's a shoulder button plus one of the L3s, or R3. The communication aspect is an issue. But stat-wise, you think it's the same? I think it is, too. Blizz Firewall build, I think that might be too many synergies to actually make extremely viable, if that makes sense. You're better off using a low synergy and a high synergy skill together. So, like, Orb and Firewall. Although Blizz Firewall is possible, it's just you're trying to decide which one's your primary and your secondary. Rather than saying, they both get to be as strong as they possibly can. It's not pointless to grind right now, but it's more just, I want to see some of the, like, later skills, so that's one reason why I'm just going where I'm going. Could have sworn there was a zoom on console. I'm gonna switch over to controller real quick. And I have no skills set, so you guys are gonna have to kill without me. So I'm gonna put that on that. That on that. And that on that. So let's see. I think it's... I could have sworn there was a zoom on there. But I am proving myself wrong, I think. Yeah, I guess I was wrong. What command am I thinking of then? Because somebody told me a command the other day and was like, huh. So I'm just going to duck in here. I'm going to be trying out the controls while they are murdering everything. Let's see. I thought there was a thing for it. I thought somebody told me what it was. Help with that. Oh, it was legacy, not zoom. Okay. I guess there isn't a zoom. That's sad. I guess you were right. I was remembering wrong. I apologize. Legacy graphics? Nah. Yeah, I thought zoom would have been on there too. That's ridiculous. It's that they're trying to figure it out for a while. Okay. Is there a mana potion in this pile? There is. Sweet. So I think that is... I think that was the third dungeon on this side. Yeah, it was. So Tomb of Doom 4. Will there be couch co-op on PS4? I don't think so. I would imagine that would be kind of hard to implement in the engine. I do not have a team set up. My plan for release is actually record a handful of guides and stuff like that and play through with just community games with the Necro that I make. And then whenever... because ladder's not going to be there right away anyway, so... Let's go ahead and nuke all of them. Yeah, the party finder, chat, all that kind of stuff for console needs to be seriously worked out. But I should... I'm going to kill those guys. Just because they looked at me funny. And I will put up a TP. Careful coming through. There's ghosts. They're dead, though. Let's see. Yeah, sad no couch co-op. I'm not surprised. I mean, if they did end up implementing one, I think it'd probably be a pretty big deal. But, yeah. I'll just be glad to have, like, a few months without, like, active, rampant bots. You think you'll be sticking with non-ladder because no ladder-only items? Understandable. I don't know if they've announced anything about the uniques or anything like that, if those are going to stay ladder-only. This is just going to go away. I don't need that. I need a plain white one is what I need. Yeah, Vicarious Visions did a good job with the graphics. It really does feel like they're just testing the waters to see what people like, so they can use it in the that up. So they can use it in Diablo 4, because Vicarious Visions turns out are going to be ending up helping with Diablo 4. Y'all like the controller gives a completely different feel to the game? Yeah. There are I like playing the ranged characters with the controller, like the Amazon and stuff, just because it'll auto-target on things. It is a bit of a pain if you're trying to like fight over loot. Someone pointed that out before. That's just an assignment thing. You can actually assign grab to your A button. Or loot, or whatever you want to call it. As a key function. Oh. Did I get that? I got that. What is it? What is it? What is our only unique ring so far? It's an 18% Nagel. We'll use it. I mean, it's better than nothing, but... I mean, it's better than what we were using. We were just using a basic Magic Find ring. Give me the loot! Give me the loot! But yeah, I wager everything's going to be off ladder, and ladder's going to be strictly... Let's see... But yeah, I'll be doing PC as far as the streams go. If we end up getting one of the console versions, I might do like a specific console night for everybody. It depends on if they fix some of the console stuff, like lobbies. But Switch is the version that I'd want to be doing as far as consoles go. I don't see a point in getting it on all the consoles. Though there's going to be somebody out there with it on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, everything, and it's going to be like, why, son? What the hell was that? I was like, oh, that's Thunderstorm. Oh, cool. I hadn't gotten to see Thunderstorm. It's not a great skill, but it's cool. It used to be kind of popular for PvP. Between white and green items, white are just like your base items, green are set items. I am full. Do I actually have a set item equipped? I do not. Do I? I really do not have a set item equipped, but yeah, green items are set items. They're items that, when paired with other parts of their set, give additional bonuses as well as the bonuses that are on them naturally. White and gray. Gray is one of two things. Gray is either ethereal, which means that it will, once destroyed, it's gone for good, but they have like improved stats over just normal items. Whereas you can also get socketed items. Those show up as gray as well, and those have little notches in them that you can put gems, jewels, runes, etc. in them for various effects. You can combine a certain number of runes together, or certain types of runes, to get rune words, which give additional benefits beyond the effects of the runes as well. Oh, I'm sorry about it, Babadook. That sucks. I was having issues with disconnect last night as well. I think there might have been something up with the servers. There's an XP penalty if you're higher level, yes. There's an XP penalty if you're lower level, too. There's a set item. Do you mind if I show that off real quick and then I'll give it back to you? But yeah, that was like an angelic armor. But it was basically, if you had the other parts of the angelic set, you'd end up with a... Oh, and I do not have my Firestorm equipped. There we go. Oh no, you're rogue. I'm sorry. Let him just pound on me. Hit him with the range stuff. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, this is a set item. It's Angelic Raiment. I'm going to identify it real quick. And basically, I mean, Angelic Mantle. And it's part of the Angelic Raiment set. If we had, say, the wings and stuff like that, it would get additional bonuses. There you go. Thank you for letting me show that off. You done dumping all your gear you don't want to have in town? Oh, cool. That is actually a lot of stuff. Infernal Cranium's pretty solid. Thank you for the donations to people. And is that Hawk? No, that's Cathin's. You actually farmed a lot of stuff this time. But yeah, it's just people are going to enjoy some of this stuff. I'll take the gems and stuff. That's for dang sure. Oh, you have a perfect diamond in there? Nice.
I am overburdened.
Oop, sorry. I did not mean to click on you. The Zephyr Longbow. Interesting. Sorry for getting quiet for just a second. Just
carry anymore.
Yep. Can we click on the stash is a question? Yes. That's actually a problem they need to address as well, because that's going to be a thing in Diablo 2. It's been a problem in Diablo 2 for a while. Is that the
I can't carry anymore.
chests here can actually get blocked by people. You have click issues.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, longbow can't fit in. Oh, that's actually better than what we have. Sweet. Maybe we'll do some magic finding. I don't know yet.
I can't carry anymore.
That would be good for an Act 1 mercenary. We might switch over to that. That is too high level rec. Oh god, that's insanely high level rec. That's magic find. Maybe I should go donate these runes to the fund that what's his face was doing. Getting perfect gems wouldn't have been too difficult. We gave away a bunch of them early on, so. Oh, Gracie. The amulet might be... Yeah, it's better than what we have. I think we actually have another part of Cathan's, but not for sure. Oh yeah, we didn't revive our mercenary. I should probably do that. Yeah, someone's been farming a bit more than me, or trading. Would it be okay if you send your link to your review so maybe it can get more attention from Blizzard? I wouldn't post it in the chat. They're not in my chat. I can promise you that.
I'll put that to good use.
But let's see. Is there anything else in here that we need? Steel Gloat, I don't remember what it does. No. But I wouldn't put it in chat. If you comment it on a video, I can look at it and do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, everything will be deleted tomorrow anyway, so. Did I see your message, Adam? Not yet, Adam. Unless you're talking about on Discord. I have seen that. I haven't actually done anything with it yet, though. All farming. That's all anybody's doing right now. We are all just farming all the things. I am going to get a few more levels, though. Oh, from the lovely people here? Probably the better place would be Discord. I do have a channel just for that. It's called Creative. There's a few thousand people on the Discord, so... I'm just hesitant to allow links in the actual chat here, just because I've had bad experiences with that in the past. It's not even like a specific person thing. So I have to apologize for that. One thing I might do, if there's any interest in it, because I'll probably do another video post open beta, like we did with post closed beta, is if I find reviews and stuff like that, I might just put a bunch of links into them into the bottom of the review for them. But yeah. You have a serious question about ladder reset. Are we expected to start, test, wait for ladder, then remake again? Ladder is a new character each time it resets, so yeah, as soon as the ladder launches, you will be starting in a new one. A new character from scratch. from scratch items and everything. Can't transfer them. No, thank you for asking. That's more than most people do. And I'm sorry to have to say no to it, but if you do post it as a comment in a video, I will take a look at it and probably put it into the description of another video. This character's level 25, the Paladin's 29. We have a few other 19s and 20s of each class. I just wanted to test out everything. But yeah, the Paladin is 29. This guy is 25. I am going to have to probably tell them one thing, like I might even report it as a bug. But it's not going to bother me, but I can tell you right now, that thunderstorm will cause epilepsy issues. Blizzard could extend the beta if they wanted to, but it would be bad marketing. And also, people would burn out on it. I think a weekend is fine. Because, I mean, if you'd let me, I'd probably just be playing up until release, but then I'd be extremely exhausted of Diablo 2 and need to take a weekend off. Oh, that was not friendly fireball. I mean, firewall, sorry. It's like, oh, I'm standing in something and it's hurting. Oh, no. Yeah, whenever the ladder launches, you'll have to remake and when it launches. They won't just transfer the characters people made onto ladder. Because there's going to be a lot of people who don't care about ladder, so. Oh. Thank you for the follow there. I'm going to actually have to make a credit screen for the stream now. And I'll add you to the credits on the Let's Play channel as it says in there too. Thank you for the membership. And I am not killing nearly as fast as well, it's probably because I'm aiming badly. Hey, that is a... Oh, crap. It's not Hawaiians. It's the other one. Project Diablo 2 is pretty decent. I liked Season 1 and Season 2. I didn't like the direction they were going with Season 3, at least from the things I heard early. It could be different now, but... Or I could just be misjudging it. Because, see, I get the appeal of things like Media and XL and stuff like that. It's just not my jam. It's a little too different. Wasn't able to get anybody for 2 days in the beta, not until you beat Act 2. Oh. Yeah, they need to work on the multiplayer aspect of the Resurrected. It's kind of just one of those things that's going to be seriously a pain in the booty. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to open that and get all those out of the way. That's a dead-end room. And let's get a volcano under you. See if that does a little bit better. Eh, not really. I think we've seen Hellbane before. Welcome back, Hellbane. There's probably not as many people grinding right now anyway, so... Because it is technically the last day of the beta, and people don't want to like, I'm wasting time on this. It's fine though. Oh, the choppiness is my stream, not the game. I'm sorry. It just said I started dropping a bunch of frames because my connections decided to go crappy again. Yay! Do you think there should be an individual loot, especially for console players? Maybe for common enemies, but I don't think so for bosses, because then you'd have to either restrict the loot super fast. I mean, super high. Yeah, I'm getting frame drops right now. Wait a minute, it's not even on my end. Wait a minute. Just a second. Skipped frames 45%. Yeah, that was on YouTube's end. Well, you butts on YouTube. Fix your crap. Fix your junk. Let's see. What GPU and CPU? I'm currently on a 7700K with a 1080 Ti.
I am overburdened.
It should smooth out in just a minute because it's told me the warnings have stopped. If they start back up again, I'll look at it. So. But yeah, the reason why I say that about individual drops is because, let's go ahead and identify this while we're moving. That's absolute garbage. It's Arctic Blast. But, let's go ahead and duck into here. I wouldn't say it's too many viewers. There's people with like 1,000 some odd viewers at once going on here. But yeah, this is an older computer. I had better income back then, so I was like, okay, I'll buy this. Had to buy it as a complete system to be able to get the 1080 Ti when I did, but it was super, super cheap for what I got. I paid beneath MSRP for the entire thing. Nowadays, you can't get a GPU for like less than double MSRP. But yeah, the reason individual drops would change a lot of things in Diablo 2 is basically what you end up with is a loot inflation. Because you don't have character locked loot. That's one reason why in a lot of games like that you have character locked loot. It's so that they can prevent loot inflation. Going back to, after playing the beta, going back to the original does feel weird. Um, 16. I've thought about upgrading to 32, but I don't think spending the money on upgrading this system would be necessarily worth it because my processor is generally my big limiting factor right now. You dumped your MF source from your gear as well? Cool. I do think MF is a bit overrated at times, but yeah, that is very true that it would make a lot of drops not as rare because you'd either have to make it so that you only get like 1 or 2 items from like act bosses, or make it so that it was locked to your character, which would be bad. So yeah, I don't really condone separating drops in this. It'd be too hard to balance properly. Yeah, I know all the stuff adds up. If I had the money for an upgrade right now, I'd probably be going Ryzen. Magic finding gear and the other kind of gear. I'm not going to allow that one through because YouTube would probably ban me for it, but I saw the message, and I that's how you tell a Diablo 2 player is that they're not insulted by you're asking them if they're MFing. So, if you call them an MFer. I wouldn't say it's entirely pointless past 600. It just doesn't provide as much of a benefit as people seem to think. Hey, I will grab that. Oh, darn, I missed it. I was like, I'll grab that Eisenheart sword. I'll go for the full Eisenheart Paladin. Haha. No, it's fine. Let's go with a little bit more life. A little bit more fissure. Let's see. Do you think on controller they should have it so you can scroll through loot with the right joystick like in Path of Exile? I haven't played Path of Exile on a controller, so I wouldn't know for sure exactly how that works. I mean, if it makes it easier for console players, abso-freaking-lutely. Bots and dupes destroyed the official drop rates, so if anyone needs 5600X with 2060, that would actually be a good system. It would be expensive to ship something like that and make sure that it's not damaged, but I can't afford anything like that right now. I've only played Path of Exile on PC, so I wouldn't know the controller options for it. And that is our third one there. I'll go ahead and do Tomb of Doom 5. This releases on September 23rd. Especially considering a lot of people do water cooling nowadays. It's like, that gets even more expensive to ship. But, nah. Let's see. Let's throw all those over there. How are we looking as far as our inventory space? Absolutely atrocious. It's completely unorganized there. But hey, guess what? Our gems are organized. These are organized. That's not really organized. You have to drop... yeah, that is a pain in the bootah. The inventory control on console, well, with the controller. It's not even exclusively console. You can play with the controller on PC. But the inventory control on it is a bit dicey at best. We had someone in, I believe earlier, that was using Frozen Orb. And it didn't look bad. I didn't look at the ball, though. I don't pay that close of attention to the balls. I'll put up a TP in just a second. I'm currently being accosted by lightning boys. There's TP up. Yeah, there needs to be a key combo for throw to cube, kind of, basically. Like, maybe like left trigger into... trying to think. Say like left trigger and pick or something like that would be good. So that it just throws it straight into your cube. That said, on console, everybody's having to do it the same way, so it does kind of incentivize people not necessarily pirating all the stuff, but coming in with very little in their inventory and just snagging, which is not really ideal. But it's fine. Oh no, we've chilled. And that is a Razortine. I really need to manage my inventory better. That would actually be way better on my mercenary. Because my mercenary is currently using dragons, I believe.
I'll put that to good use.
Yeah, Dragon Chang. Thank you for the super chat, Indy. I appreciate it. Have a good evening, afternoon, or late morning, depending on whereabouts in the world you are. Yeah, that quick potion. There is a... I think if you hold down the button, it'll fill up the belt. I think there is a... Someone was saying it in one of their reviews that there is a hold down button for it. Any tips for a gamer coming back after 18 years? Have fun with it. Just play the thing that looks like the most fun, and you'll get your sea legs back. It doesn't take too long. It's kind of like riding a bike. You'll smack your face into the wall once, and then you'll be riding like a champ afterwards. Bigger stash for console? That'd make controlling it even worse. Let's see. Nuke all them. Nuke you. And we're doing decent damage. It's just they're killing everything before I do, so it's like... I'll pop this. Is it good? It is not. One of these days, we're going to get one of the unique chests, and it's going to spawn all those freaking rares. You play Druid, and he automatically puts the potions from inventory into the belt. That might be a thing. I don't know. I haven't played on console very much, so. Console is one of the areas where I can say I would actually be more likely to endorse a charm inventory, but that would end up with a whole bunch of issues. Hey, Sonium, how's it going? Let's go ahead and nuke all them. Oh, there's nothing in the doorway. That's rare. I don't mean the makers of freaking Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong. The good ones. Yeah, this is normal mode. We can only go to Act 2 normal in the beta. Oh, and this is the boss. There we go. I got one little bit on him. Not taking a lot of damage from it because my vents are not lining up with him very well. There he goes. Took a little while to kill him there. So much fun getting addicted all over again. Buy life for the next few years. I feel you on that one. Diablo 2 is a huge life leech. Oh no, I've been disconnected. Oh, I'm getting more connection issues as well. Lovely. This one, it's on me. Let's see. Didn't really understand the choice of having such a huge inventory screen on console. Point we can't see our own character. Yeah, I don't agree with covering the entire screen for it. But it's probably to tell you that, hey, you're using your movement to actually control the mouse now. Does Players X work in the beta? That's actually a complicated one to answer. Yes, but no. It does not. It would work if we had access to single player. It is in the game, it's just not accessible because we don't have single player accessible in this. It's already in the code, let's put it that way. Don't know what that connection issue was, but there we go. I have returned. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say it's... Oh, we've already done this one, haven't we? This is the one we were in. Okay, I'll go on to the next one, because I don't know which ones we've done in there. A lot of sorceresses. Let's see. D2 is one of the greatest games in all time. It's #1 loot system ever, hands down. I think it does itemization better. There's things I like from other games. Do we actually have a Barbarian in game? We don't have a Barbarian in the game. But, yes, my Barbarian is Mace Mastery. Yeah, Players X unfortunately does not work in multiplayer. It's one of just those. It would be nice, but it would also divide online community pretty heavily. Now, one thing they could do, and this is actually going to be one of those things that would be kind of an interesting addition, but I don't think we'll actually ever see it, would be if they made something where, like, when you're making a game, you could select Force Players 8 or something like that, or Force Players X or something, where it, regardless of the numbers of players in the game, it forces it to a certain player count. And it wouldn't be too hard to implement that, but at the same time... Yeah, this side is a dead end. We go the other way. Oh, they're in the other tomb. I think everybody's kind of split up now. I'm just going to do this one. From when I showed the help screen, you were able to tell the PC controller supports the same on consoles. Only difference is the buttons themselves. I wager within probably the first month we'll have people figuring out ways to use keyboard and mouse on console. I'm just going to put that one out there. I highly doubt it's going to remain just controller. But yeah, they are most definitely going to change how the spawn happens because they're implementing it in single player. The clone, that is. Sorry, concentrating a little bit. Almost done with this one. This is the last path. Even the voice commands were accepted in the console version by pressing R3 and then choose the command you want to use by using the stick direction. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I recognize, like, one of the characters. No, wait, I recognize two of the characters. I recognize two of them. There is one that I'm not quite sure on. For those that don't know, I tried learning Japanese for about 6 months. Failed horribly. So I can generally recognize a little bit of Japanese, Chinese, and the like. Diablo 2 Resurrected looks dark, and you like that? Is the story as dark and as engaging as the graphics? It is, I think this may have already been gone through. Yeah, this one's already been gone through. Yeah, we are grinding poop gear. But Diablo 2 is kind of like the... I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It's not as dark as Diablo 1, but it still has its bits of... It still has that gothic horror kind of thing going on. Yeah. Diablo 3 kind of made it a little bit more softer. I'm hoping Diablo 4 goes back to it, and I think they've already been that route. And check this route over here. Yeah, the sorceress is going to be straight up just faster than me. So... Okay. It looks clear. We go to the next one. Next dungeon! And hell difficulty for new players will be extremely difficult. For new for seasoned players, nah, you'll know what you're doing. As far as why I don't do PayPal, this is in response to a message that Google blocked. I actually was able to read it before it goes into the thing there. Oh, you make Diablo 2 in Japan. Oh, I might actually... I follow a few Japanese Let's Players of Diablo 2, so I might actually follow you and not realize it. But... let's see... But yeah. Oh no, I heard someone die. No. I'll put up a town portal. There you go. Portal up. Portal up for your body. Let's see. But yeah, the reason I don't use PayPal is because there's a lot of like various privacy issues and all kinds of things with that. That and accounting is a nightmare. Because it's a lot easier to track somebody down via PayPal if they're using, even if they're using a business account, it's a lot easier. I've learned that the unfortunate way. So I don't use it for hardly anything anymore. but generally speaking, if you're looking to like just tip as close to the maximum amount as possible that gets to me, that would be Patreon. You employ 4 mercenaries. You have a team. Anyway, let's see. Back up to town. Oh, we have one more dungeon, don't we? Oopsie. Resist Lightning Shrine. Sure. Watch this be the one without any bugs in it. We've got Ghoul Lords. Preserved Deads. Vegas 11 graphics, will it run on any setting? That I do not know. I don't have any systems with Vegas graphics built into them. Hey, Cathans. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put these in there. Cathans is basically Leaf Jr. For those of you that are wondering. Have I played the Beelzebub mod for Diablo 1? No, but my friend Riss Weirl has. I know there's a few people who run Diablo 2 with like bots to support them as well, as if that's what I think you're talking about. But that's in Classic. I don't know if they're going to have it, if that's going to be a thing that people do in Diablo 2 like this, the Resurrected one. Because you'd have to have separate Battle.net accounts, and that could get expensive fast. I will have a starter build before release, even. I will have a video for each starter build in Diablo 2, so you'll have at least one for each class. You will have a... There will be videos for every single one of them. Have a good one, Hellbane. Thank you for joining in on the runs. Yeah, we found a Nagel, and we actually even picked up another Nagel. We found a Nagel in this session. I was kind of shocked to get it. I was not expecting to find any unique rings whatsoever. There we go, grabbing that. So that is that one done. I'll go ahead and make the next game. Tomb of Doom 6. Create game. Yeah, it was a low MF roll. Yeah, we found several uniques. We actually have a Blood Fist as well that we found taking this character through. Yeah, I found some spears. Found a few set items. Blood Fist. We found 2 Pelta Lunatas. Holy Firedin. Yeah, Holy Firedin is great. We're about to have to start dumping into other tabs. Oh no. Yeah, that tab's full. My thoughts on Diablo 4? I'm looking forward to seeing what it's gonna be like. I don't think I have enough information yet to actually say whether I'm gonna probably like it or not. It already has 1 mark against it for PC, and this probably won't be a problem with consoles, but it might be. Always online DRM can suck anything, and you put your imagination out as far as you want, and always online DRM can suck that. It can suck Cthulhu if you really want to. So I wouldn't say I know everything. I will direct people to things that I don't know. Let's put it that way. But thank you for the compliment, Joshua. I will, whenever the game releases, I will be trying to stream it every weekend too, for those that are curious. Oh yeah. We've gotten a lot of gear. We've given away a decent amount of gear as well. Mainly because there's really no reason to be keeping it hoarding. I should probably put up a TP just in case people want to join the tomb that I'm in. Went ahead and ran to it. Suckworth's leg. There you go. That's all kinds of pegs. Only reason I stream the way I do is because I've been in a lot of streams that people don't acknowledge the existence of the people watching. I'm like, that's irritating. I mean, yes, sometimes chat gets away from me because it moves so fast, but I do try and read it. Found a unique trident in Bloodfist 2. That would actually make an okay two-handed zealot in Act 2 as well. If once you get to a decent level, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can just have fun with whatever. But I should probably pick that up too, because I need to condense all the gems that we've got. Ah, there's a door there, and it actually functions. Made stealth and chainmail and put it on your mercenary? Blech, mercenary? Wow. Words, they do not come out of my face very well. Good lord. But yeah, I ended up making another stealth for... I have a breastplate stealth and I have a studded leather stealth. We're using the studded leather stealth. But yeah, I have a feeling within the next few hours we're going to see everybody just kind of like drop off Battle.net. We're going to have only just a few diehards like Llama and them left. Will the beta character be available to play once the full thing comes out? No. Beta characters will be deleted probably right after this beta ends. Unless there's something they need to look at on them. They might actually keep them around for a little bit if there's like a reason for them to look at the characters for bug reports. But other than that, I don't see any reason for them to keep the characters around. Have I tried PvP? Not in Resurrected. I used to PvP a lot. It's not really my scene these days. Cooley's probably your better bet for PvP specific stuff. Sure, some of my stuff crosses over into that, but it's not really my shtick anymore. It kind of... I don't have the patience for it, if that makes sense. So... good game. Have a good one. If you're in audio chat listening to the stream. Let's see. Great axe. Is that that is what I thought it was. I actually haven't gotten to see one of those equipped. I want to actually see that equipped. Oh, I don't have the stats for it on here, but I do want to equip that on somebody. There are low-level duels, but they, weirdly enough, use an odd mix of resources to make those low-level duelers. But low-level dueling is a thing. It's a whole, like, not necessarily league, but it's a whole kind of group of things itself. Let's set those guys on fire. I need to pick up more healing potions. There we go. There's a mana potion as well. There's the other mana potion. Yay. But yeah, for like late game low level dueling is a little bit different than early game low level dueling. I know that a few people were doing like tournaments with Llama and a few other creators. It's more of a challenge of min-maxing for it, so yeah. That's most the appeal that people have with it. Go and identify that. Some lightning damage and resist. I am getting a little bit on the full side. I forget what the level tiers for it are, by the way, because there's different tiers of low-level dueling. There's level 9. There's... I want to say it's 18, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Remember when Llama got TM, you were jumping yourself. I don't remember. I respect Llama. I don't watch a lot of Llama's stuff. He's very rambly. He seems like a cool person to know, but I find myself wanting to fast forward him. If that makes sense. I know that's kind of off to say, but which is kind of weird. He's a speedrunner, so he does tend to go through some things fast. Hurricane is passed and no power outages. Congratulations, Andre! Yes, and the game is open to the public. It's Tomb of Doom 6? Yeah. Currently, it's just 2 of us running the tombs with 1 person in Act 1. Doing some stuff. I'm not sure what they're doing. Setting fire to the world? Possibly. I think Dobrunsky's going to be the one that really... Whenever the game finally releases, I think Dobrunsky's going to be the one that really blows up out of all the Diablo 2 YouTubers I know. Of course, you're always going to have like things like Fextra Life and stuff like that getting a huge chunk of audience as well, but... Fast forward all YouTubers, too much talking. I keep getting people say they slow me down, so... It's fine either way. As long as the content is helpful for you, you can fast forward, you can slow down, you can reverse it if you want to. It's all you. When he spends, if he's running, he isn't running. Oh no. Well, I know that for a while there he was doing like long plays of weird builds. And we've done that too. I've done Let's Plays. They're on here as well. Including me relearning the game. I left that one up as well. But yeah. There isn't... Ooh, there's another Eisenhart's part. I don't need the giant sword. Yay! All we need is the shield now, I think. Ah. See, I know Dobrunsky and I know Cooley. I've had some people mention names that I just didn't recognize at all. They usually get, weirdly enough, the only ones that have mentioned those names have been people who've been caught by the filter. But, yeah, I do check the filter every now and then. It's just not frequent enough, because usually by the time I go there, it's like 90 million bots and like 2 real comments. And it's like a month out. Okay, I'm gonna go dump some stuff in my stash real quick, and I will be to the next one in uno momento. Let's go ahead and just dump that in there. I want to see that on another character, so I'm gonna equip that on them. I don't have the dex on this character to actually do anything with it. Okay, coming down. Thank you. I think what's my next start build? Whenever the final game releases, I'll be doing Necromancer first, but my next starter build is going to be a Druid. The next starter build video, that is. It's probably going to go Druid next, which will put us at Source Druid, Amazon, and Paladin done, which leaves Barbarian, Necromancer, and Assassin. I might record some footage just for doing background of the Barbarian one. Barbarian's probably the most boring starter build of all of them, because he just doesn't get access to that many great things early. He's literally just, I'm gonna double swing, or I'm gonna double throw. Most of your like weird alternate builds are just super late game stuff for him. Let's see. Basically, compare your build at the current level. Say you're leveling an Elemental Druid. You'll check out a video and see what the community support can do for gear. Oh, okay. I haven't really done a level-by-level guide. I mean, the Let's Plays, I guess, could be considered walkthrough or something like that, because I don't cut out too much of that, but... And if you need specific gems, go ahead and tell me and I'll leave them alone. I'm just picking them up so I can craft them down later. I'm not really set on getting any of them. And let's go ahead and grab that.
I can't carry anymore.
Gonna dual wield on hit things. Hey! Thank you. Gonna go for Blizz MF source first, then gonna grind gear for a Javazon. Yeah, that actually works out pretty good. Javazons are not, while the sorceress is the fastest starting one, Javazons are not bad boss killers if you're looking for uniques and stuff. The only thing is they just can't teleport. So that's your main catch there. Been playing through the game with different sets. It's fun to see just how far you can get Cathans, Eisenhearts, etc. I need to end up making videos for like specific builds for each of them. Like for each of the starter sets. I'm not sure I could, but it's like one of those little challenge things that you can do. Beta ends tomorrow morning. Fairly early. I guarantee you most streamers are not going to be covering it on Monday. Hey, Zombie Jesus. Welcome to the game, Druid Boy. I think you might... Are you higher level than me? No, you're not higher level than me. We're going to have to fight over who can be the true Druid. I'm kidding, of course. You're going to grind for Enigma? If I do a Holy Grail on Battle.net, I might grind for an Enigma. But... I'm in the era as to whether I actually want to bother doing a Holy Grail. I have technically achieved it on single player, but I wasn't specifically going for it. But yeah, lordy. All the lightning is going around. Goodness gracious. Let's see. You actually stopped beta to play OGD2 to test out builds you want to play on D2R? Ah, that's actually not a bad idea. And it is worth noting, in single player, you will be able to transfer your characters over to single player. So you will be able to play those builds even in this. Holy Grail is whenever you collect every item in the game. Every item in the game. There's different tiers of Holy Grail. There's like F Holy Grail where you're trying to get every item ethereal. There's just normal Holy Grail, which is non-ethereal. And of course you can't get set ethereal, so that's not a thing. But posting every forum Reddit, managed to get no ladder specific items, but no players 8 yet. I'm trying to see. I've lost track of the chat for just a second there. I'm going to have to stop and read it whenever we get to the next tomb. So let's see. There is another... Oh yeah, they teleported across. That's going to be a run. That's a walk. Feel like Alucard going for a walk. Oh, there's a lot of ghosts. Nice. Oh, you're a summoner. Sweet. You are my meat shield. You need to invest your stat points at level 24. Okay. There's some Enomaz. Actually, this is a rather large dungeon for this. I was expecting it to be a dead end on this side because we had such a decent path on the other side. Oh, it's a Duriel. Lovely. Summoner Druid is just in general kind of pain in the butt. There you go. Duriel dead. That's Angelic Saber. If anybody has any angelic parts, that actually gets an attack rating boost. And I need to restock on my Identify Scrolls. I've used the last one and apparently didn't realize it.
Stay a while.
But yeah, the Holy Grail is not completely impossible. It's a pain in the butt, but... Fire resist. Okay, let's see. Chat-wise, let's get into the next tomb and then I'll look at it. Because there's conversations going on, and I have not been keeping track of the conversations. I apologize. And I do not mind killing things along the way there. It's good XP. I've got a bug following me. There he goes, he's dead. Okay, chat catch-up. Okay, which would I recommend? Wind Summon Bear or Wind Meteor? Wind and Summon Bear. Bear is actually a really amazing tank. And I just went into the wrong one. This is the one we want. Okay. Holy Grail on Battle.net sounds painful. It would be. I've been posting Rua in every forum on Reddit. I don't know what Rua is. You sure it wasn't you alone? Seriously, been posting those two things since they announced D2. Oh, you trying to get the features added. Okay. No ladder specifics kills bots. And Players 8 adds 1,000 times replayability. Players 8 in single player adds a lot of replayability. In multiplayer, Javazon's too niche for you. Oh no. I love Javazons. Javazons are fun. Sorry for stopping and catching up there. Okay, oh, you're dead ending there. That's good. Oh, you got dire wolves. I didn't actually get to see them go full bore yet. A lot of people doubt dire wolves, but they actually can be semi-decent if you're fully invested in summons. The bear is just generally better, but they're not terrible. Did this already get cleared? I think this already got cleared. No! I completely whiffed on that one. Let's see. Okay, there's enemies in this one. For another class, you played it too much. Source for one. Yeah, a lot of people have played too much Source. Just a wreck on the way to Bear. Yeah. Well, they're also... If you max out everything, they can actually be kind of interesting, to say the least. You actually have to have like auras and stuff from mercenaries and all that jazz too, but they can be nasty, especially once they start eating corpses. But you have to get them those corpses. Ah, my favorite rune in the game, tier runes. I really wish it was easier to aim this nonsense. It just kind of goes wherever the hell it wants. Sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's crap. But yeah, Javazon at high ends is insanely strong. It's one of those that can actually just like one-shot. Well, not necessarily one-shot, but it can take down bosses in very few hits. Because it's not technically a one-shot if you're shooting out like 27 thingamajiggers. Go ahead and grab it. We are on the American servers. It's a public game, and it's on PC. So you have to be on PC and on the American servers. But beyond that, you should be able to just join by Tomb of Doom 6. We're almost on 7, though. But yeah, everyone in chat is welcome to join. I mean, strangers are welcome to join, because it doesn't have a password. There is no password to be had. Yay! Dropping out all the ground vents. Man, it is nice having like 50-something lightning resist. I just like, and I can just stand in the middle of this. It's not a problem. Lightning is your friend. Shocking revelations, brought to you by Namco. On your launcher, you can actually switch it over to America. It doesn't really change anything. You'll still have your character. The characters exist on all servers. So if you just switch your server in the menu thing to America, it'll let you just connect to American games. And you'll be able to use the character you already have. Paladin is probably your pick. It's a little harder than Necro. Necro's basic. Paladin's probably the strongest character in the game, period. Yeah, he's not number 1 at everything, but he is top 3 at everything. And he's relatively easy to equip. Yeah, MF Druid is the Windy Druid. That's, well, Tornado and Hurricane. What's fun is that the synergies there don't require you to lock into one element. Okay, so yeah, we're done with this one, so I'll go ahead and start Tomb of Doom 7. I couldn't read that because it was behind the box. I'm sorry. You'll have to resend that. Tomb of Doom 7 is made. But yeah, I like Windy Druid. Windy Druid is one of the characters that I usually have equipped up in single player. So it's a fine thing. Wow. My earbud is bothering me. But yeah, we have 7 up. I think I spelled it right. Yeah, I spelled it right. We do... I forget if we actually made a video on the Wind Druid. I think we did. I'll be using a new format in the future. That's the thing about the old guides is I'll probably leave them public, but I'm going to be making new versions of the old guides to go into like a little bit more tiered detail and stuff like that. Okay, let's go ahead and put a TP up so people can come in here. There we go. TP up. Can't wait to grind Pindle. Pindle's kind of relaxing to grind. Summoners do really good against Ubers. It's just one of those things. You are going to have a little bit of lag, but other than that, I think you should be fine on here. Well, that was a weak chest. Holy butts. Dropped like 3 things. Yeah, my TP is where we're at right now, too, anyway. You want to make an Avenger Pally work, but Avenger Pallies are weird. There's a lot of, like, quirks to their mechanics that make them really annoying to make really well. That said, it would be kind of like making a Charged In. would be the kind of goal I'd go for with the Avenger. It's just kind of like Charged In, but with Elemental. And you have access to more synergies, but still, it doesn't really boost it enough to make the synergy super worth it. That's good to hear. Fuego Din. I like the name. And Fuego. That entertains me. I named mine after a late 90s, early 2000s trending shopping center, so... I think the only one that I would say would possibly be easier to take the Ubers in would be Paladin, but that's just because he can do it for cheaper. Once you get to high-end gear, the Necro can actually start wrecking face. I'm forgetting her name. The Amazon can wreck face as well, but you have to deal with the immunities. But yeah, pretty much every class can do okay. Frenzy Barb is how you do it with Barbarian. Smiter for Paladin usually. You can do it with Blessed Hammer if you really want to. Carefully with the level 20 Smiter, yeah. Well, technically you could do it with Mercenaries even, if you have the right gear and enough potions. But it's just a matter of getting everything kind of set up for that. That one was a little bit bigger. I wish we'd get that with unique drops. I need one of the mana potions. There we go. Grabby, grabby. As far as getting max revives, if you have enough plus skills, you don't really need it. The more important thing is making them tougher. Because if I remember correctly, I think there might actually be a cap. All the potions! Yeah, possibly. We're at level 27. I might keep going until I get 30. I am getting a little bit munchy, unfortunately. Uber stuff was the only stuff you missed out on with Necro. Don't think your build was good enough, but it was able to do everything else. Played Necro for years. Favorite wand was Arm of Leoric. Ah. I don't think I'd really be able to say what my favorite wand is. For the longest time in single player, I was having trouble finding Blackhand Key of all things. I know that's tacky, but... Oh. I think... Yeah. Not the disconnects! Killing Cow King with no penalty is nice. And honestly, that was mostly used to just troll people. So... the removal of the Cow King thing, people would intentionally just kill it to make people lose the ability to make the game, which was really dickish, but people are just dickish in general. I do not condone that kind of stuff. That's why you won't ever see me PKing people. I find it breaks one of my cardinal rules of how to have fun with video games. There is no wrong way to play a video game unless you're ruining somebody else's fun with it. Yeah, that's going to be one of the downsides. Hopefully they'll get a little better at stability for like international connections, because I have a lot of people in the UK that I want to play with that currently can't play the betas, but they are having like 200, 300 pings. What is my stance on PKing bots? I am neutral on that. I don't care about PKing them or not. other players, I wouldn't want to... Oh. Yeah, we're about to be going into the next one. I'll set up a new one in just a second. There we go. Oh, you're in Australia? Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. I have heard mixed things about Australian internet. So you don't PK, you PvP, you'll flag up a leveling lobby, and if everyone attacks me, it's free game. Easiest way to farm gambling gear. Huh. If you made an... whoever made an edge can do some really good gambling now. Because edge is really good for that, because it reduces the cost of gambling. You're about to start a 4-person party. Source, summon, necro, summon, druid. What should the 4th person be? Paladin. Necro should be summons and curses. Paladin should probably be fanaticism zealot. Got you to pre-order it too? Sweet. As long as you're enjoying the game, it's a good thing. Oh, I'm out of mana. No wonder I'm not casting anything. I'm like, oh, I wasn't hearing my alerts that, hey, you have no mana. Use the council to deal you're killing for minions. Council members are actually fairly decent revives because they'll drop out hydras for you. Slap a little bit of lower resist on that and you're good to go for just basic dudes. Oh, there's enemy there. Okay. Need to make a spirit. Farming for that is a royal pain in the butt. But yeah, Paladin would be my 4th pick on that. If you get a 5th, maybe a Warcry Barbarian or a 2nd Paladin. The lightning bolts are pretty loud. Yeah, you can actually adjust that, but compared to like the other attack sounds, they are definitely a bit on the loud side. I forget what the other skill is that was kind of loud. But we encountered it earlier today. But yeah, no matter where in the world you are welcome to join. But I know that Llama was making insights, I believe, is what he was making. I don't think he was making spirits. I think he was looking for the stuff to make spirits, but I don't think he ever got it. I heard tale of a wild llama trying to find the spirit of the cards. Just hiding behind the wall. It's like, can't get through door, damn it. Okay, well, you're killing that. Oh, yeah, we've got a Duriel here. Might as well kill him after we kill the unique. Mercenary, you're leveling up. Oh, Mercenary's level 25. He's going to be leveling up a lot. Can I go in? Thank you. There we go. Let's see how fast Duriel goes down. Not terribly fast. There he goes. Wow, Duriel. At least it's not town portals. Speaking of which, I need to restock on mine. Barbarian is 5th player, 6 for Pally for sure. Good evening. It's only 10 out of 10 if we get 6 of the... Yay, congratulations on level 30. Don't know who got level 30, but I'll check in just a minute. We didn't even get any town portals, man. So sad. Ah, Flame Mates, congratulations on level 30. He's got 2 spirits done doing a 3rd one. I know that he was getting like massive donations from the community. Like people were just coming in, throwing runes at him. If he's still doing it tomorrow, I'll throw more. I'll go in and just throw all my runes at him too. Yeah, the lack of multiplayer lobby on console, period, is a major problem. That is, like, a serious oversight. That is probably the only thing I can see them possibly delaying on. Delaying release, that is. That would be the only thing that I've seen so far that would qualify them to delay release. And I was disappointed by how the scythe looked, by the way. It was okay. It looked kind of neat, but it was not up to the I am the Grim Reaper snuff. Wow, that is actually an okay charm. But yeah, PlayStation 5 console needs access to the player's X command as well, even if it's just in the menu for single player. Sort of. They can't drop. What they can do is be high enough eye level that with the very specific crafting recipe for making socketed items, you can make a 4-socket one. And it's a, I want to say it's a 50% chance of getting 4 sockets. Because you can roll 4 through 6. The best that can drop, I think, is 3-socket. And you have to get it from a very specific enemy to roll up that 4-socket. Because supposedly it's minions of a specific thing. Fancy. I think it's these preserved dead that are high enough level. I don't remember specifically because that is something that is so much just very niche knowledge that it's kind of like, why bother with it? I say after making a video that breaks down the order of damage being dealt to different parts of the formula. The barb would probably be a cry barb, for those that are curious. If you're going for a 4th barb. I mean, a 5th character as a barbarian, that is, in that party. Is it just me, or is... I can't tell whether he was dropping various things in there or not. It seemed like he was almost multi-shot, but I think that was just a shadow from the Unholy Bolt. Just drop that out and keep going. I do like this dungeon, though. Sorry, I'm just looking at chat real quick. 4th player Barb. He offers a huge defense, HP, energy buff, and is big for casters. Oh, sorry. Here. There you go. I didn't know whether you were dropping those or... Huzzah. I doubt we'll see the requested Enigma in this. I would need so many raw runes to get up to Jaw. But yeah, Barbarian, his cries are good. He's just not really my first pick because, yeah, faster attack doesn't really help out that much, but the attack rating and damage from Fanaticism does. And if you're a Fanatic Zealot, you're going to be doing a lot of tanking as well. It's the only reason I said Fanatic instead of Concentration. In case you're wondering, faster attack does work on the minions. They just have a cooldown on how frequently they can attack. Oh, what are you dying to? No, don't die on me. Don't die, flame mates. Did you die? I think you died. Don't know where you died. Or why you're at 1 life. Yeah, there was someone requesting that we grind for Enigma. I was like, I don't think I can do it. My butt cheeks cannot handle sitting that long. But it would be freaking hilarious to see somebody with an Enigma in this. Yeah, it would take probably... I'm not going to math it out, but to get up to a jaw, it would take thousands, if not tens or hundreds of thousands of the runes available to actually get up to that. You're dying! My butt cheeks would develop another crack in them if I sat long enough to make a frickin' Enigma in Act 2 normal. Maybe I should try for a treachery. That's far enough out there that it's kind of like, ew, gross, that takes forever, but is actually a little more reasonable. Let's see. No mana potions in there. There's a mana potion. Wow, mana light on that. Put Enigma on a sorceress. Oh, no, it's fine. You can keep your runes. I'm not gonna actually make any of those. I mean, I would have to sit in here. If you guys are wanting to keep doing tombs, I can sit in here and craft them up a little bit. Yeah, you need so many elves to make a Zod. Someone can make a Breath of the... Holy sweet baby Jesus. Okay. Let's see. How to organize this. That's a lot of runes. Let's see. Oh, nope, I don't want to go into trade window. I was trying to click on that. Okay. Cannot be used in shared stash. Interesting. And yes, I am dumping my charms in there, so I actually have room to pick stuff up. Oh. That is a lot of runes. Of course, I've gone through a lot of runes myself. I don't have room to really talk on that one. I have a feeling we'll get up to Thul's pretty easily. Oh, stash. So we're going to be doing this for a while. So any questions people have, this is a good time to ask them. I'll probably have to organize these a little bit. I'm debating whether to work from the bottom up or the top down. And with item spacing, they are going to spread forever. Oh, goodness. I didn't even see you there. There's text in my face.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, let's go ahead and go in there. And we'll go ahead and dump these over to there. I'll actually even move this around. This is going to be blinding to look at. So how high are we going to get? I have no idea. There's an L rune. I see the gems mixed in with the runes. Okay. So let's see. Let's dump that in there so we have room to move stuff around. There's another L. There's another L. Probably need to keep ourselves at least one of each. So I'll keep one L, and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. We have 3 L's in there. Ith. Actually don't have enough Ither in our thing there. You'll help combine some gems. Runes are going to be a big thing to combine as well. And that is a gold dagger of all things. I will take that. So we can actually do some magic finding later as well if we want to. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go from L down, I guess. Do I have more L's? I know I have the one in the bottom right. We're not going to do... We're going to leave one of each. So, Ith-wise, I think we had another Ith in here. Where's that other Ith? I know we had two. There it is. Zod for the win! Found out how many runes or items it takes to break the game. That actually is going to be really hard to do because people used to try that with the old one, and it wouldn't even break then. So that's a challenge and a half in and of itself. Tier runes. Let's go ahead and transfer some more over. Yeah, we're keeping one of each over there on the right-hand side of this, so don't have to worry about, like, preserving any of them or anything like that. So tier. It does take a little bit to do this. I'm control clicking everything. Ith. I don't think we have enough Iths, so we'll take that one out and we'll do some more Iths. Oh yeah, we do have enough Iths, I think. Tal. Rawl. Neff. Let's go ahead and move those down there. Tier there. We have enough talls to actually do a tall out of this, which makes us an Ort. Eth, and Eth. Yeah, I'm just dumping it in here willy-nilly because I don't have it organized. We're just going by what we can see. Ended up quitting and gave a kid your gear set. Yep, that's actually a good thing. Rune transmuting ASMR. That video actually, weirdly enough, did okay, which is really strange to me. The crafting up to... whatchamacallit. Crafting up to Zod, that is. It took a while to do, but it's still fine. Do we have enough Eld in here? It does not look... There's the other Eld. Tier we do not have enough of. We have 2 Ith. I think we have 2 Eth. We have 3 Tal. We do have enough Eths. Spotting them in here is like a nightmare. Let's see. What else do we have? I mean, I can drop some of these gems as well, if people are wanting to craft them up, but we need one of each size. So I need to keep one of my flawless. Because we actually need each of the gem sizes to actually make the higher thing. Rune Awakening! Haha! That's a pun I can appreciate. Let's see. We have flawed. We have a regular skull. We keep that. Keep that. That can go out. That can go out. That can go out. Flawed chipped. Regular flawed chipped. Flawed chipped. And that can go out. So we're missing a flawless skull. A chipped amethyst. Oh, and a regular ruby. Could also do some crafting and stuff like that. That can go away. So we have Eld, Tier, Nef, Eth, Ith, Tal, Ral, Ort. Those can go over there. These can all go out. And actually, I just realized I just threw out a perfect gem there. Perfect gems, I don't remember if we need for that or not. I cannot remember. It's been a while. Do you think the stash size is good enough for BattleNet? And no, I do not have a perfect skull yet. Normally I do this kind of stuff off screen, so in case anybody's curious. Oh, there's more runes over there. Sweet. Okay, time to craft. Let's go L. Actually, no, let's get the tiers out. I see that pattern there. This is like a match 3 game from hell. Do I have another it? Yes. There's the Rawl, Nef runes.
Tell me your troubles.
And there's more runes down here as well, I think. Aren't there? Could be wrong. Doesn't look like it. We might not get that high in the runes now that I'm thinking about it. There's an Ith. There's Tears. Rawl to an Ort. There's some Eths. Yeah, we might not get that high. And it... Oh, pff, I don't want that in there. Runes don't lie and they spell disaster. They've got trouble and they'll make it double. There's another Rawl. We got some Nefs. It gets us another Eth. It gets us another Ith. Let's go ahead and organize these a little bit so I can tell what's going on. Oh yeah, you can't drop it on things in here. Dag nabbit. So we've got 3 Orts. We can make a Thul. Okay, so those we for sure can upgrade. I don't know if we're going to end up making a rune word out of this or not, but we can actually upgrade the tier. Yeah, I don't see any more in here. So the highest we'll be able to get is a Thul. I mean, we can make the Thul rune. But yeah, to get higher than that is a bit of a nightmare. Welcome to Diablo Tetris. Pretty much. We can make one ort and all that kind of stuff. It's not going to end up being very pretty. Do some Countess runs and contribute to the cause. No, it's fine. I'm not going to like conscript people to make high-end stuff.
Good day.
Oh. No, Farah, I don't want to talk to you. I have a feeling each of the dungeons are probably about done by now.
I can't carry anymore.
There we go. As far as gems, we're going to get up to a few perfects here. Thank you for combining them, by the way. It is appreciated and saved a lot of time. Yeah, that is all of our gems. We could do some crafting, though. I think that might be all the combining we can do. Yeah. Not quite high enough to do a whole bunch of stuff. We could actually upgrade a few things, but imagine this on consoles. Oh, that would be amazingly painful. I wouldn't want to consolidate on console. This is pretty much what we've ended up with. Out of all that. Oh yeah, we actually have a normal ruby there. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. After all that, unfortunately. Don't have a spell ready.
Not here.
We're almost the next level, too. We've been doing this for a while. I think everybody's already gone out of there, and yeah, we can't really craft anything. Oh, that's fine. Was slightly curious what it would condense down to. Speed crafting video and compress all the footage to 1 minute? Maybe. A Neff and a Tall. Sadly, that won't push us up to the next level. But I appreciate it. Oh, that's a lot of gems coming out. Holy crap. Are we going to make anything with this? I don't know what we'll end up with, honestly. We don't have an army of 7,000 people combining everything. Which is a thing. Let's see. Do we go for perfects and maybe craft some things? Pretty sure you threw more gems than you picked up? Probably. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to be bothered by it either way. It's just one of those things that goes on. So we're crafting those up. Do we actually have... Let's go ahead and grab those. I think something just died. Good lord, that was loud. The only good thing about controllers is that you can use YXAB to trigger your skills immediately. The targeting is actually kind of nice, and it's a little bit more relaxing to target enemies and go along like that than it is to actually do a bunch of this other stuff. I'm getting more frame drop warnings. Why? Why are you telling me I'm frame dropping? Apparently, that is very weird. My streaming software thinks I've been live for an hour less than my stream thinks I've been live. Let's see. Look forward to even more videos and streams. Yeah, I will be continuing to stream. Thank you for joining in. And noting the time. For some reason, I thought it was earlier than this. Go ahead and just drop all those in there. Since it's ending tomorrow, is anyone in this game actually going to be continuing on after this for very long? Because I will be doing more stuff tonight, so I do need to keep some of my equipment, but, like, this stuff I really don't need. Like, I can give it away, or I can go into a free stuff game and give it to people who are just starting. Or who are late to the party. Let's start a free stuff game. I'll go give stuff away that people don't need. So if you need free stuff, join the game. I'm gonna go ahead and create a game called Free Stuff AL. AL. I'm gonna go ahead and create this game. And when people join, I'll give it a minute for people to get in here, and then I'll start dropping stuff around town. I'll hide it. Maybe I'll go put it out in the wilderness. For me, I've got to go get something to eat pretty soon. I am famished. So, for those curious, I'm going to go ahead and drop stuff down by the cow. If the cow is southwest. Yeah, I'll drop stuff down here. For people. If they want the free stuff. To enjoy more of. For the next, what? 17 hours? I might use that. Sort of. Okay. I want to keep that because I want to see what it looks like. I don't need any of these. Don't need any of that. I'm just dropping stuff out here now. I'm not going to drop the gold dagger because I might use that later. Same for that. Gonna go ahead and drop some stuff over here. This is the American server, if you want to join that. Past 3 days. Have you been on the American servers, Adam? Out of curiosity? Didn't know I was Santa Claus. I figure since you guys kind of gave me this stuff and we didn't really get to do anything with it, maybe someone else will be able to. I think the runes, if I catch... I'll keep them in case I catch, like, Llama trying to do something with that. I'll give them to him so he can actually turn them into something else. Same for the gems. Now to drop stuff off of the other characters. Or we can actually do the gold thing. Withdraw that. Withdraw that. I have more gold sitting in here? No, I do not. Yep, you know what I was thinking. I don't have my tempo down. Oh yeah, we do live in the same state. It's not going to show up on the list. You're going to have to like manually type it in, but also if you're on console, it's not going to let you join either. This is the gold thing. This is life now. That's gonna crash the game. Maybe. It's gonna confuse a few people and make them not be able to drop in very easily. I can do this 123,000 more times. I wish I wouldn't have left the spacing open, but still. How far out is that dropping? I am slightly curious now. I'm gonna run down here and start dropping from this side too. I mean, it's gold, and there's auto gold pickup. So as soon as people start... Although it's dropped gold, so it doesn't auto pick up. Okay. Let's actually do the appropriate number. It's raining gold, hallelujah, it's raining gold every day. There's just going to be random piles of 666 gold down here. I don't know if we'll be able to fill it up with 666 gold, but it'll be enough. This is looking more like a Diablo 1 town, by the way. Diablo 3 monster drops, yeah. Diablo 3 was pretty bad about, like, just spamming things everywhere, including numbers. I keep doing that. I keep drifting to the left with the mouse and getting off the key there. You got DC'd? No! Probably doing it too fast. I can barely even hear them dropping. They're dropping so far away. Have a good one, Jin. And after we finish dropping the last of our gold, I'm probably going to call it a stream as well. Have a good one, Johnny. And we will probably... We might be streaming Classic Diablo 2 next weekend. That or we're going to stream another action RPG. I don't know yet. Might do a poll to have votes for it. Hope to catch you in full release, too. We will do public games in full release as well. Might be doing some private games as well. Oh, connection's been interrupted. No! They're mad at us. They're like, stop doing that. I want to drop the rest of my gold, damn it. And it looks like it does it in line of sight as well. It's like as soon as you get into the rhythm of things, it kicks you out. I don't have anything on the BattleNet servers, so it'd probably be like farming video, but still. And that is the last of our gold. If you know anybody who needs free stuff, there is actually decent stuff on the ground as well. So they can drop in and grab it. Be sure to tell them. Anybody who needs like free items. We did drop some decent stuff, especially down here in the bottom left. Game name is Free Stuff Al. Let's go ahead and escape options. Actually, can I show that a little bit easier? Party thing, I think maybe. Yeah, Free Stuff Al there as well. Free space stuff space AL. And only reason I'm keeping some of this gear is because, well, chances are I might be doing some farming later. We'll see. Looks like flowers everywhere. It is like flowers everywhere. Anyway, keep gaming, have fun, peace out, and I will see you guys next time. Especially, hopefully next weekend, we'll be doing something. Whether it's Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, or Diablo 2, or something older even. Maybe Diablo 1 or the old Samurai one. Yep, that's the game name. But either way, see you guys next time. Bye.